Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me well? All right. Everyone who's sitting there on the back, if you have an opportunity to move closer, please do that, because we have a very tiny screen, unfortunately. And nearly all my presentation is focused on live demos, because I believe in seeing and believing rather than looking at the slides and listening just to my voice. So if you can come closer, put on your glasses. If you cannot see as well like I do, I can hardly see anything on this screen already. So yeah, my name is Anna. I am leading Google for Education efforts here in the UK, Ireland, a couple of other European countries in Central Asia, and I also work deeply on our overarching higher education strategy at Google across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So I've been working in the edtech space for over 15 years, and I'm really passionate about helping institutions like yourself to harness the power of technology. So not all of you, but many of you not using Google Platform is the main platform in your technology ecosystem, and that's absolutely fine, it's understandable. So I just want to do a little disclaimer at the very beginning that everything I showed to you today can completely fit in the whatever technology ecosystem you're using. If you're Microsoft Office 365 user, that's absolutely fine. Everything works through a single sign-on, and everything can be switched on and off, whatever you decide for your university. So the tools that we will demonstrate today are designed to be complementary and enhance whatever you're already doing across your institutions. So my goal today is to inspire you and hopefully showcase you some really cool stuff that can help with teaching and learning as well as research in your institutions. I also have a pleasure to be joined today by James King from Royal Academy of Art. So James is going to talk about their use of technology in the Royal Academy of Art and also Google in particular. But I would like to kick off with a little bit of a personal story. I would like you to get to know me a bit better, because I really hope that we will kick off conversations after this session, either here in this room or later at the Google stand. So as I said, I work across several countries, and Italy is one of the countries that I cover. And last week I've been to Florence. I've been attending the largest edtech fair in Italy, targeted at schools and universities, and I had to prepare a speech about AI in Italian language. And I do study Italian, but it's not great. So I leaned a lot on using Google Gemini and Google Translate to prepare my presentation, to express what I actually want to say, to express my ideas. And talking about learning something, and in my particular personal case, learning Italian, does anyone speak any Roman languages or study Roman languages, French, Italian, Spanish? Okay, so maybe you have heard about this scary thing called subjunctive tense, or congiuntivo, or subjunctive in French. This is the thing that I do not understand. It is a tense that is very particular for Roman languages, and it's absolutely not something we have in English. So, let me show you a quick demo here. So I'm going to Google Gemini and go into the gems. Gems is sort of pre-made prompts, pre-made by Google or pre-made by you that you can reuse all the time. And here I pick a gem that is made by Google called Learning Coach. So Learning Coach, over there, if you can see, it is basically like a personal tutor that is trained to be a teacher. And I asked Learning Coach to help me study Italian congiuntivo, please. So straight away, Learning Coach proposed me a learning plan, a learning path. It doesn't give me straight away an answer what this congiuntivo is and how it works. First of all, we need to agree with Gemini what is my learning plan. I can adjust it depending on my level or my expectations, but for the sake of the demo, let's go for it. Okay, so the Learning Coach tells me, perfetto, cominciamo. And what it's doing right now, it explained me the basics of grammar and how this tense, verb tense is used. And in the end, it always offers me the next step. In this case, it offers me an activity. So I say, okay, let's go ahead. It gives me a sentence in Italian, asks me to put a verb in the correct tense. So I do that. And basically, it goes on and on and on like that, and we interact, and this is my personal tutor and assistant. And the nice thing about this is that I can always adjust it to my personal needs and preferences. Like here I'm asking, can you give me 10 examples instead in one go? So I practice 10 examples, and you tell me which are wrong and right. And if I do a mistake, it will go back again, provide me that personalized experience, explain me what I have done wrong. So do you think this is a cool thing for the students in your university? Would it be nice to have a 24/7 tutor that is helping you and also adjust to you? I see some not very confident notes, but I guess you're just shy for now. So the good thing is it's actually already available to your students. It is available for free if they have their Gmail consumer personal accounts, or if you have switched on and enabled Gemini in your institution, that you can sign on, again, through the single sign-on with your with their corporate emails, like university email addresses. It's already can be available straight away to them. So this sort of my very personal experience, when I tried this, 6 months ago, it did give me a really good understanding of the potential, how AI can change the way we think about education, how it can transform the education. So I really hope that you will be excited about the possibilities of AI after this session. In the same way, I am, come on. Whoop. In the same way, I'm excited about LearnLM. So what you've seen now, it's not just some smart chatbot. It's actually an AI model that Google has developed in partnership with the universities, pedagogical experts, and educators. So what we decided that we would like to develop a model that will help humans learn in the most effective, efficient, and smart way. So we partnered with this external expert to develop learning science principles that we embed in our products now. Inspire active learning versus passive learning. In this very short example, you've seen a lot of active learning happening. Managing cognitive load. Everything is given in very digestible, bite-sized format. Deepening metacognition, meaning really understanding, like learning about how to learn, how humans learn the best. Stimulating curiosity and adapting to learners. So this LearnLM, which is not a product, it's not a service, it is an AI model, is built in a lot of different Google services and products that you're already familiar with, like Google Search or YouTube or Gemini, the one I showed you now, or Google Workspace or Google Classroom used in so many schools across the country. This can be also used in your universities via API, so if you would like to use a powerful tool for your own research and use our artificial intelligence API, you can plug it into whatever you would like to use it for. So it's not only AI as tag that excites me, but it's also the application of this. And I would like to share with you the story that made headlines last year. And it's about our co-founder and the CEO of Google DeepMind. DeepMind is a division of Google based here in the UK. So the co-founder and CEO, Sir Demis Hassabis, and the Google DeepMind director, Dr. John Jumper, were co-awarded a Nobel Prize in 2024, so last year, in chemistry for their work on developing AlphaFold. Has anyone heard about this? Nobel Prize, Google? I find it very exciting. So let me tell you about it. So what is AlphaFold? So AlphaFold is a groundbreaking AI system that predicts the 3D structure of proteins from their amino acid sequences. It's okay if you don't understand it, because I don't, but I know it has a huge impact on identifying, for example, cancer and also developing treatments and medicines. And it is already used by over 2 million scientists across 190 countries, because when Google has developed this AlphaFold, this AI prediction tools for protein folding, it also made it freely available to the scientists. So it's not only about transforming education, it's really about democratizing access to such powerful tools and really delivering something really good for the rest of the world. So this is quite big, you know. Google DeepMind and the co-founders has been awarded the Nobel Prize because they did a really definitely big revolution, rethinking how to use AI to predict protein folding. Because before it was extremely complex and time-consuming and very inaccurate. So that's why they worked with the scientists to develop something like that. But let's jump in the shoes of a DeepMind researcher. Whether you are a scientist or maybe you're an engineer working on developing something, programming an AI model about a very complex project like protein folding. So I will show you a couple of tools that are available to you now, whether it costs or for free. Most of the things that I'm showing you is actually available for you for free today, that you can, for example, run a research or do teaching or learning exercises. And the first one I'm going to show you is Notebook-LM. Has anyone heard of Notebook-LM or played with this? 4 hands, good. So this is actually a game changer for researchers, but not only. You will see how many other use cases for your own personal job you can use it for. I'll quickly switch to a different tab. So this is how Notebook-LM looks like. So the idea is you kind of create your own very smart model that becomes your research assistant. And here on the right, I've uploaded the different sources. For now, you see only like, 2 PDFs, couple of website links, but you can upload here very lengthy list of different resources. Documents, PDFs, videos, links, whatever it is, whatever the format is. So what Notebook-LM does for the first of all, it analyzes really quickly, instantly, each source. Gives me the summary, the key topics. So I can quickly dive into a very lengthy, couple of hundred PDF, whether it's about chemistry and protein folding, or whether it's some government or your university policy. Secondly, it presents me, let me just fold these sources. It presents me a nice summary, because I obviously uploaded all sources that are related to one similar topic. So now I can read a summary about all of my sources, about Nobel Prizes, about protein science. So now I can interact with all of these sources and ask different questions. So maybe the question that I would ask, what are the challenges in predicting protein folding? Okay, obviously I made many mistakes. You see, it's not only my Italian that needs improvement, but my English as well. So what it does, it's, you probably heard a lot about like hallucinations and things like that, but because it pulls from the data that you have put in Notebook-LM, there is no hallucination there. And you can see that the answer it gave me is all cited. I can see all the sources exactly on which page from each document it pulled from. There are a lot of smart things about Notebook-LM. For example, it pulled a study guide. Imagine I'm a student. I actually put a lot of papers that I need to analyze. It offered me a study guide with explaining key concept in physics, in chemistry, offered me to run a quiz, gave me answers to the quiz that are also like not short answered, but very smart. Can you see again how Learn-LM was built in here with the science principle that I shared before? It also created a podcast for me.
But the 2024 Nobel Prizes, those in physics and chemistry.
So imagine I am a teacher, a student, a researcher, on the train to my university. I have to analyze lengthy papers. I can just listen to the 15 minutes podcast to get like a glimpse of what this is about.
It's about highlighting where science is going, like really pushing the boundaries.
Totally, and that's why we're doing this deep dive. We've got all this amazing material, the official Nobel Prize announcements, these scientific.
That's pretty cool. The coolest thing is that you can actually interact with this podcast. I can pause it, answer a question, but what's about the challenges? Or what was the role of Google there? And it will give me the answer straight away. You can create a briefing doc, FAQs, or it can pull the timeline of all the major dates from that research. So it is pretty smart. But let me move on. And I would like to show you another really cool tool, deep research. This is another model that Google made freely available to anyone within the Gemini. And I made a quick record and show you what I'm doing here. So I went to Gemini again. Instead of going to GEMS, I've chose the model that is called Deep Research. And now I would like Deep Research to run a deep analysis to identify and detail major challenges in achieving protein mapping. So this Deep Research is actually a very advanced model in terms of it doesn't give you a straight away answer like most of the chatbots, like really quick, something in 2 seconds. It can take some time. It's actually thinking quite deeply. That's why it's called deep research. Before doing the research, deep research offers me the research outline that I can review, agree or disagree, add additional things that I would like the research to look after. And then it starts looking into different articles, scientific websites as well, because the question I've asked is chemistry related. So, and it also shows me all the thinking behind it. So it's not just giving me the answer straight away. I can see how it's thinking, how it's collecting the data. So for this quite scientific question, it took several minutes for deep research to run the research. So I'll switch quickly to actually the final outcome here. 1 second, because it's still thinking. I have recorded this yesterday. But the final outcome will look something like that. So it analyzes all the data. I also can remove the resources that, for example, I don't want to use in my research, etc. And now I can also convert it into the Google Docs to further edit it, share with my colleagues, add comments and my notes. So it's really smart. I can ask it to convert it into the spreadsheet if it's a research that can be done in spreadsheet format and work from there. So now I have all my research written in a document. Okay. So today we are talking about the academic innovation. And of course, it's not only about AI. I know AI is a buzzword, but it's actually definitely a great technology for us to leverage. But it's also, the academic innovation is also about fostering collaboration and effective productivity of us as employees, of our students, and of our staff. So Google Workspace offers a great suite of different productivity tools. And I do not have much time to talk to you about like what you can do in Docs and Gmail and how Google Meet can take all the meeting notes of your meeting. But I'll just show you one super quick example. So I continue on my research about protein folding. And there is this document where I have some ideas about the research. And I'm working on this document simultaneously together with my colleague. Her name is also Anna A. I don't know how this has happened. So you can see we are leaving here comments to each other. We can put here some meeting notes. So I've put the date, actions. I would like to assign an action to my colleague Anu. So she knows that she needs to arrange a meeting with the lab team. So when the action is done, I can strike through that. When the action is assigned, it drops into my colleague's email and the taskbar as well, so it's all trackable. I would like to choose like the best ideas for our research. Just 1 second. That's where I'd like to, for example, vote for the best ideas and do it live simultaneously with my colleague. And finally, I'd like to send this document for approval. So imagine it's an official document, and we have been all working on that. And I would like to send it to my manager for approval. And when my manager approves it, Anu is my manager, let's say, when my manager approves it, it will be locked and it will be not edible. So if you would like to talk about the power of collaboration in Google, we can talk about that on the stand as well. But now, I'd like to pass it over to James.
Hi, I'm James King, Director of Technology at Royal College of Art. I'm a 6'3" white male wearing dark clothing. So, when most people first get introduced to Royal College of Art, they think about paintbrushes, pencils, and pottery wheels. Certainly last century, very much the case, but over the last 10 years, it's really pivoted. So now we use our expertise in art and design to influence and shape ethics and technology. It's just a bit of a context around what the RCA is now. Last week, QS announced that we were the world #1 university for art and design for the 11th year running. Slightly out-of-date graphic. Mind. So who are we? We are 2,600 graduate students, postgrad only, 800 staff, and an active alumni network of 20,000 spread across, I think it's about 120 different countries. More importantly, we have 84 startup companies in our incubators. Collectively, they've got a valuation of 300 million. They're really successful, and that image there, that is one of our startups called Blue Nose. They are designing aerodynamic hoods for the merchant navy with the aim of reducing fuel consumption by 5% or 300 tons of CO2 per ship per year. It's an incredible effort come across through advanced research in algorithms and aerodynamics. Google Workspace at the RCA, so as I said, it's about 25,000 user accounts, coming up to 120 terabytes of storage. That's down from almost a petabyte 2 years ago after some quite major house cleaning. And more importantly, it coexists with our Microsoft environment. So our primary data center is in Azure. We use Entra for identity management, Intune for Windows device management. We use Google Workspace as our primary collaboration tool. We give all of our staff a choice. Do they want a Windows device or a Mac device? We give staff and students the same choice. Do they want to use Microsoft 365 or do they want to use Google Workspace? The only caveat is our data store is in Google. That's our one fast. We don't have OneDrive. So we're constantly on a mission to consolidate our product portfolio. And in doing so, we review the products that we offer. Okay, we have two productivity suites. Is there a natural choice here? Should we drop down to one or the other? So we did a review last year, and overwhelmingly, our academics told us that Google Workspace was a better fit for them. So we thought, okay, that's quite a strong opinion. We'd dig a bit deeper into it. A large proportion of our students and staff tell us they have some neurodivergent traits or needs. And this certainly plays into some of the feedback that we received, where Google Workspace will seem to be more inclusive and more accessible and more usable. And that really plays into the collaboration element. Our staff love collaborating in Google Workspace. And that, again, plays into the research that is performed using Google Workspace. So starting top left, that's a agri-tech product that uses acoustics to stimulate crop growing. Going on to new circuit board polymers that completely dissolve in warm water. Going to one of my favorites, Pyre. which is an advanced early warning and detection system for forest fires. That's completely biodegradable. And then on to the third thumb. Conceived at the RCA, developed at Imperial, and now leading research in Cambridge around prosthetic use and the mental application of that. So, sum it up, Google Workspace does power all of this. Our academics choose it over other productivity suites. And there's not a paintbrush, pencil, or potter's wheel in sight. Thank you.
So I really hope that you're taking something away from today. And we tried to show a couple of different examples, right? I leaned into the scientific research, going deep into deep chemistry. And James comes from very different types of higher education as well. So the idea was to show that it does fit different institutions, different use cases, and also different types of users, as James mentioned, the power of the accessibility tools. If you're interested to continue on Google journey and explore more, we are running a lot of different online sessions. You can scan them here now. If you're around in London, also come and see us on the stand. My colleague Simon is beautifully smiling on this picture and sitting there as well. So we are there all day today to chat with you. If you're in London next week, on Friday, we are running a Discovery Day for universities. Just wait for anyone who wants to take the picture. Sign up and come. And if you're not available next week, on 6th of June, we are running another Discovery Day at the Google HQ, again, dedicated to higher education. Come and explore more of the things that we showed you today. Thank you so much.